Welcome to the Veterans Hands Network podcast. I'm a veteran and an American Legion. I'm former Army Specialist Marshall Moss, and on this podcast, we'll discuss veteran struggles, challenges, accomplishments, and success, including health. So, let's get started. I'm glad to be back here at the Network Center and in St. Louis with you. I've been traveling all around and abroad, but I'm back right here at home with you. So, you see, our set is cloaked with black for the passing of the great General Colin Powell. Let's have a moment of silence for the Powell family. My prayers and condolences go out to all of the Powell family and all of our U.S. military family as well, because I know we're all stunned on the passing of Colin Powell. I know I felt some kind of way. I've always wanted to sit in the presence of the general. In my military state, I was able to correspond with so many generals, four-star generals, majors, colonels, and what have you. But I always wanted to be in the presence of Colin Powell. He did so many things. He stood for so much, his integrity, his military strength and power. He served under so many presidential administrations, giving great advice throughout. I just really hate that I didn't get a chance to be in the presence of the great General Colin Powell. Again, across the states, military installations, they are at half-mast still for the passing of the great late General Colin Powell. Well, what do you think about William Shatner from Star Trek, Captain Kirk, going into space for the first time at 90 years old? I had to think about that. 90 years old going to space for the first time. Would you like to go to space? Have you thought about it? Have you ever thought about going into space? Well, now's the time to do so, because they are sending more and more spaceships into space. NASA is preparing to send this big shuttle into space, wanting to prolong their stay on space, on the moon, out in space somewhere. Well, you can sign up. I always wanted to go out in space. I wanted to be the first child to go to space. That never happened. And at this point, I don't think I'm going now as well. But there are a lot of people that have signed up to go. And maybe you may get an adventurous seat. Again, William Shatner, he went at 90 years old, so it's never too late. You can see he came back. He'd been doing Star Trek for so many years, like I said, playing like he was in space. They sent him to space for real, and he was overwhelmed, overjoyed. So once again, you could be next to go into space. However, if you do or don't, you stay here on this planet with us. Right now, it's best that you continue to stay masked up. I've been moving around about, as I said, I just got back from the Capitol, flying to Washington, D.C. I was so kind of paranoid on the plane, but everybody was masked up. We didn't have any complications and what have you. When I got to Washington, D.C., for the insurrection protesters, they said there was 400. Yeah, it might have been, like I said, more or less. They were actually about 400 protesters and about 300 journalists and media presence there, because they wanted to see what was going to happen. Nothing happened. Like I said, they had the streets closed off, leading to the Capitol, to the White House, what have you. There was no incident, but There was one. Later I found out there was someone dressed as if they was the media, but they had a butcher knife or machete or whatever, but they locked that individual up. So you see, the rioters that came before, they know they was not having it. There have been 600 or more arrests for the insurrection on January the 6th. So they are progressing and getting those individuals that rioted the Capitol and destroyed property or what have you. They are rounding them up. So if you were one of those persons, shame on you because they looking for you. And more than likely, they're going to get you. But meanwhile, stay covered, stay masked, even though we're getting out, moving around. And I'm glad to see we're moving back to normalcy. The COVID testing is all around the St. Louis, and I'm sure it's around your town as well. Now they're going to start vaccinating our younger children from 5 to 11. I have my children already ready to go. My grandchildren, I have them ready to go. Let's get them vaccinated because I want them to be able to move out and move rapidly and go here and there, have fun and be willing to share and live the normalcy as we know it. However, continue to stay masked even if you are vaccinated. And if you're not, maybe it's a time to do so at this point because you see there's more cases and more people are still being infected by the COVID. Some people think it wasn't so bad, and then some people say it was horrible. But don't take the chance with your life. Get vaccinated. The booster shots are in. Now I'm ready for my booster shot, I guess. I've been waiting. I'm going to wait a little while longer, but I'm sure I'm going to get a booster shot as well. So you may need to be thinking about getting a booster shot. They said the booster shots, they're interchangeable. You can get the Pfizer shot and still get a booster shot with what have you. But anyway, I don't know all specifics, so don't hold me into specifics because I hate to get specific because I ain't no scientist, I ain't no doctor, nothing like that. I don't like to do ratios and surveys. It's not for me. I know what it is. That's what it is. So if that's what they say what it is, I'm going to do a little research and check. But if that's what it is, found out to be true, that's what I want to do, the right thing. So it's best that you prepare for your boosters if you've already got the Moderna, the Pfizer, the Johnson & Johnson. See what you can do to possibly get your booster. And don't forget, it's time for your flu shot as well. All our veterans and their family members, please get your flu shot as well. Now, I'm sure you may have got the COVID shot already, but don't stand fast against getting your flu shot. Get your flu shot as well because it's going to help you in your immune system because we don't know with this climate control, we don't know how the weather's going to be. You know, if it's going to be this or it's going to be that. It's going to be that or it's going to be this. However, let's do the right thing and let's be prepared. Let's get our flu shots as well as our booster shots. So you and I can be here for 2024, 25, 26, 27, and 2028 through 30. All right? Let's continue to grow and grow and grow. Happy Halloween. Got my trick or treat. I got my mask. I'm ready to kick it. I'm ready to kick it for Halloween. And see all kind of treats. Now, if your kids are going to be going out trick-or-treating this Halloween, they said it's okay to let your trick-or-treaters go out and trick-or-treat. However, my kids, they're going to have their Halloween party at home. You know, because, you know, we've had our bouts with candies and what have you, and it's just so terrible now. But if you're going to be trick-or-treating, please do it in the daylight as much as possible. Please allow yourself ample time to go here and there and make sure your kids are not out where they can be hurt. as well. Trick or treating is fun for everybody. I really enjoy Halloween and so many other holidays as well. But Halloween and Christmas may be one of my favorites. However, another one of my favorites is Coca-Cola. Everyone knows all of our veterans love to drink their Coke. And right now, I'm going to take a pause for a cause because I need some refreshment. And there's nothing like a refreshing cold Coca-Cola. I really enjoy my Coca-Cola. All of our veterans continue to drink up Coca-Cola. It's the real thing. So what do you think about Alan Baldwin? That was very tragic if you ask me. Hmm. Now, they said that was a setup. I'm sure Alan Baldwin is really hurt. He's been going through so many things during his career and making fun of Donald Trump. that they said Donald Trump was the one that had him set up. Donald Trump people for making all those wise cracks of him on SNL. Well, Mr. Baldwin, I'm sure you've just been wrecked internally. And whoever those people that was in charge of those stage props, what's going on in that category? How could that have happened? I'm sure it's not the first time because somebody was telling me about something else like that transpired on another set. But our prayers go out to the family of the individual that was hurt and also Alan Baldwin because I'm sure he wasn't ready to do anything of that nature. I'm hoping so anyway. Now back to our American Legions. Our American Legions are doing great things, and I'm back with American Legion Post 77 out of Jeffersonburg Cemetery doing the honor guards for committal services that happens at the Jeffersonburg Cemetery. I'm great and I'm greatly proud to be a part of Post 77 as they go out and serve our veterans and their families during their time of bereavement on committals. Once again, salutes to Post 77, American Legions. Okay? So like I said, back in the saddle, I'm really glad to be back. I'm going to be looking forward to you. Also, don't forget the second Wednesday of every month at the John Cochran VA Hospital on Grand here in St. Louis, Missouri. If you go over on the in right side of the building, the second Wednesday of every month, they're going to be having a food outreach program for veteran families and community at large. So if you're in need for some food items, they're going to be having a free food outreach for all of our veterans and their family. Once again, that's the second Wednesday of every month at the John Cochran VA Hospital. Once again, to all of our veterans, all of our active duty members, thank you for your service, and we salute and we're thankful for all that you do. Once again, I'm Marshall Moss. I'd like to thank my brother Warren Moss and you. At this time, I'm going to ask everyone to push the subscribe button so we can stay in tune. Push the notification button so you can be notified. We have some upcoming things here at the Veterans Network. We want you to be involved in it, and we're going to be moving forward because we're going to get out and we're going to meet and greet all of our veterans. And don't forget, we were coming up with Veterans Who's Got Talent. Again, thank you for your service, and goodbye for now.